I think it caught me a little bit. Changing screens. What's up, guys? We are live. Starting in a minute or so. Melodic's already in the chat. I see you, Melodic. What's up? Whew, I'm trying to take advantage of this little energy I have left. Because if I wait another hour or two, it's about to be nap time. It's about to be nap time, so I'm like, let me go ahead and do this Let's Chat. Get it going, because I'm ready for a nap pretty soon. Go ahead and tweet that I'm live. Hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're having a great E3. You know, there's a lot of negativity out there, a lot of complaining, a lot of moaning. But we here to spread some positivity. We're gonna talk about what we're excited about. And have a good time. Hustle, Sam, Keenan, Hannibal, and of course, the wonderful Melodic. How you guys doing? There is someone outside on a motorcycle. I think it's one of those little ones like for the kids. And they might be going back and forth on the street. So if you hear that, just ignore it. Ignore it. Like I'm trying to do. What's good, guys? Hello. What's up? Ready for some sleep? Kinda am. Where is this? I don't even have no text at the bottom. This is kind of impromptu a little bit. I am not ready. I am not ready. But I hope you guys find this enjoyable. We're gonna talk some E3. This was supposed to happen last night, but I figure I might as well wait till Xbox and Bethesda, of course, and Square Enix go, which they did today. That just ended a few minutes ago. Master says worst E3 in years. Dang, I don't know about that, Master. I don't know about that. I don't think I can agree with that. I want to say, I'm trying to remember what year it was, because 2018 was really good. Sony came out swinging. You know what? I'd have to think about it. I guess I'd have to think about it. I've been doing content for E3 so many years now. Like I've been live and reacting either by myself or with a group. I've done the shows like this where I'm just talking about what I'm excited about. I can't even really remember what was worse or what wasn't, or you know what I mean? It gets so blurry. And yeah, it's kind of hard for me to even know which one was the worst or what wasn't. I will say this though, because we're going to talk about this year, of course. I'm glad it's back in some capacity. You know, we can't go there physically. We can't see the conferences with people in it right now. But just the fact that it's back and in its typical fashion, Ubisoft was trash. But in a way, it was kind of like, okay, we're back to normal. Ubisoft, I feel like, is always trash. To me, anyways. But, I mean, after today and Square Enix, I don't know, we might have a new winner for the trash there, but it feels like we're back, you know? We're home. Ubisoft had some disappointments. It's like, okay, that feels normal. Hopefully I don't cough a lot, man. I've been kind of getting a little itchy throat since yesterday. So hopefully that doesn't bother me too much. Might have to bring in some guests to talk and help me out here. So if you guys don't know the drill yet, right here on the screen you can see my Discord name, how to reach me on Discord. So if you want to say something, or if you're already in my Discord, Gamers for the Win, just let me know. You want in, you want to say something, you want to give your opinion on something. If you're a member or what's it called? A Twitch sub, you have immediate access. So if you're a member here on YouTube, or well, actually, I don't think you have immediate access on YouTube. I got to work on that. But you do have access, and I'm letting you in right away. So let me know on that if you are a member and you're not in yet. But I do have a Discord where you can, you know, get in on this conversation. But of course, if not, you're not in there yet, right here on the screen, Ericuts, hashtag 6466, I guess is my name. And you can just send me a message and say you want to say something, and we can keep it moving. Where are we going to start, you guys? I still have this music playing in the background. Where are we going to start? Should we start with Xbox? I'm not going to go through everything. I just want to talk about a few things, give overall impressions, maybe a score, because I know people like scores and stuff. So let's switch over screens, and we'll talk about this Xbox. I might have to make this bigger so I cover my previous reaction, because look, that's me from earlier. Yay! So I'm gonna go ahead and throw myself on top of that, because we're live. Melodic, I mean, you would be first if you want to be in line. Save Xbox for last? It just happened. I think we're gonna get right into it. I'm gonna talk about Xbox a little bit. I feel, and if you guys didn't see my reaction, it's a whole long show, so I'll just give you bullet points. It had highs, it had lows. We did play bingo, so that's why you're seeing that. Let me skip ahead, and let's find something good to talk about. So let me just say this real quick. I don't play Sea of Thieves, but for the Sea of Thieves fans, they kind of delivered here with this, with the Jack Sparrow DLC and including him in the game. And gosh, every time, do I gotta keep bringing up this bingo card? Whatever. So you got an epic original story, June 22nd. You guys are getting more Sea of Thieves content. So I feel like Xbox kind of did some fan service, because you have Sea of Thieves, which is poppin' on Steam. It's popping with the streamers. So they went ahead and gave you some more content for that. I think that's pretty cool. Even though I don't play the game or whatever. You got Like a Dragon here. They brought in Yakuza. A lot of Game Pass, of course. I mean, we knew that was coming. You got all the Bethesda games on Game Pass. You got, sheesh, Halo, which looked very good, I thought. For me, being somebody who doesn't really play a lot of Halo, I just play the multiplayer here and there. I mean, we're talking here and there, very rarely. But when I do play Halo, I usually have fun, and I feel like this one's gonna be just as fun. I liked what I was seeing from the multiplayer, which you will see in a sec. I guess I could go ahead and put it there. I was doing my reactions with the troubleshooters. Shout out to those guys. They're bigger Halo fans than I'll ever be. They really enjoyed this. So hearing their excitement and seeing that I like what I'm seeing, I felt good about it. Like, okay, Halo, it's looking good. It looks good. It looks fast-paced. It looks a lot of action going on. Grapple hooks. You got that. Man, there's just a lot going on. I haven't seen it a second time. I'm watching it again right now. I'm looking at it. You got shields. You got the nades, of course. I noticed they were using like the grapple hook to like pull weapons to them and pull actual enemies to them as well, I believe, from what I remember. So it's pretty cool. I'm a fan of grapple hooks. Just played Returnal, beat Returnal. Love that grapple hook. I grew up on Metroid. You guys already know. I'm with it. I like grapple hooks. So I thought they did a very good job of like, okay, we know we effed up with Halo. Here's something to try and help you guys forget, right? Because they showed it looking really bad before, and now you got this multiplayer action, and it looks exciting. It looks good, I think. Spencer's saying Battlefield who? I don't know about all that. We are going to talk about Battlefield tonight. We are going to express our love tonight for that Battlefield. So yeah, Halo looking good, which is a plus for everybody. Even myself, who's not even like a big fan, but I do play it. I'm planning on playing this one. It's free to play. I was eventually going to get to that. That's my whole point right now. On Game Pass, free to play, multiplayer. I mean, can't complain, especially for someone like me who doesn't want to dedicate $60, $70 to a Halo game, I am cool with this. Like, bring it to Game Pass. Give me that free multiplayer. I'm with it. So yeah, Halo holiday. I think I just saw a tweet that it was leaked or some kind of what am I trying to say? Like a Twitter account from Halo, but from like a different country or something, leaked out November release date, which I mean, that's safe to guess. I would think, November. We got Battlefield in October. A lot of games in October, I think. There's a couple others. Melodic, you want to get in here about this Halo talk? Let me know. Because I know you're a big Halo fan. And, oh yeah, by the way, Diablo on my birthday. I was like, maybe I should play it. That's a sign. They kind of being like, hey, Erica, it's your birthday that day. You want to try out our game? But you know what? Another game, I believe it's Sable. An indie, artsy, fartsy beauty is coming out the same day. So I think I'm going to be playing Sable that weekend. But Diablo is like 8-player co-op, which is enticing for the troubleshooters. So if they go ahead and play this game and buy it or whatever, I might get it. No promises, because a bunch of games are going to be out at that time. But yeah, that's coming out on my birthday. Oh, that's interesting. I guess if Diablo is ever going to make it, into, if I'm going to be playing Diablo, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I was going to say make it past my hands. Whatever, I don't know. If it's going to grace these hands, they would put it on my birthday. I think that's pretty smart of them. If it has a chance now, on my birthday. So I'm a month behind you, August 23rd. Okay, nice. Nice. Kenny is in August on the 16th. 16th, yes. So yeah, we're like a month apart in birthdays. So yeah, this was shown. We had a couple down moments. Okay, a couple down moments. But there were some highlights too. Some indie highlights I thought were really good. I see Melodic in the chat. So let me go ahead and get Melodic before we keep moving on here. Where's Halo at? Let's get that back on there. Let's talk some Halo with Melodic. What's up, Melodic?
Oh, give me 1 second.
Go for it. The Halo,
right.
the Halo stan. What's up?
Okay, so we're talking Xbox, right?
Yeah, but mostly Halo right now. If you want to chime in about Halo, what you think about the trailer and the multiplayer, pretty much.
The only bad thing is they did not show an extended look at the Halo campaign. So we saw like a little cutscene going on. It seems like they're trying to keep hush-hush about the story, which I do appreciate because I want to kind of go into the story blind. But we didn't really get to see how much of it they improved other than the in-engine graphics. But where Master Chief was going through all the debris and like saving soldiers and all that, his character model looked a lot better. It seems like. So, but that multiplayer, oh my god.
You're hype. You're hype, weren't you?
I'm ready to go. So seeing that the grappling hook's going to be in the multiplayer and that you're able to bring weapons to you, you're able to use the grappling hook, Erica, to hijack aircraft in midair.
That's what it was. I was trying to remember, like, yeah, use that for something. Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, this is going to be...
Pulled like a GTA right there. He grappled and stole the vehicle from that person and killed him, right? I think they killed him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Or just ejected him.
You, like, throw people out, like, depending on your health, you might get killed or not. But because normally, like, you can hijack aircraft in Halo, but only if like the Banshees and the Pelicans are like at ground level. So this kind of adds somewhat of a balance to the multiplayer because you're able to hijack those vehicles a lot easier than how you normally would, where you would have to like get at a certain spot on the map and just pray that they fly right by you. But yeah, the multiplayer, it's looking like it's kind of trying to balance Halo 5 and Classic Halo, which, I actually really liked Halo 5's multiplayer. I liked it a lot more than 4's. But yeah, it's just the fact that it's going free to play too. I'm really hoping that they're going to have the full multiplayer suite available. I need to see Slayer, King of the
All the
Hill,
modes you're saying.
Capture the Flag, all the maps. I need to see all of it there.
Yeah.
Because my main reservation with the multiplayer going free to play is how limited is the content going to be at launch, given that this is going to be a service-based game. But otherwise, the gameplay looks fantastic. I'm really looking forward to the campaign as well.
Yeah, I feel you about that though. Like, yeah, because it is free to play. I mean, we don't know yet, right? I don't think there's been any like details leaked or nothing like that as far as like which modes and how the extent of like all of that. Yeah.
Yeah. But that game and Battlefield
I like that part.
during the fall season, that's going to be fun as well.
The multiplayer and the co-op love. I don't know if did you see the whole show and like most of E3 so far?
I did a whole reaction on the Xbox live stream on my Twitch page.
Cool.
And then obviously we were together for Ubisoft off stream. And then Square Enix, I didn't bother watching because I had a feeling it was going to be trash. But there are a few highlights of the Xbox showcase if you want me to touch up on them.
Well, I was asking about how if you're caught up on all of E3 because I feel like the multiplayer, obviously with Battlefield, Halo, but the co-op love. Like a lot of these games are co-op experiences. I just love that because with us, I mean, yeah, pandemic's kind of, we're going back to normal a little bit, but I feel like with us being home more often, at least for me, I'm home a little bit more often. I'm working from home and stuff like that. I love the opportunity of like, oh, we could co-op and play and I could really have a social experience. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for all the co-op love. Like it's super
well, nobody
awesome.
except for Ricky plays games with me. So, but no, but
oh man, wait, what? Shout out to BK in the chat, Eric. Go ahead.
I said nobody but Ricky plays co-op games with me. But anyways, going through the list, yeah, there's a lot of like co-op. You know, obviously we knew about Back 4 Blood, but even with the newest Microsoft title, which is who is it made by again? I'm going through a list right now. I apologize.
Go for it.
It's made by Arcane Studios, the same people that made like Prey and Dishonored, whatnot. Yeah. Yes, it's a CGI trailer, but it's kind of weird because I'm very hyped for Back 4 Blood, but then I look at that trailer and for some reason I just see Left 4 Dead but with vampires. But apparently that's going to be like an open world game, sort of.
The one you're talking about, the one that they ended with the show with?
Yeah.
The one the exclusive game.
And then, of course, Sea of Thieves, which originally I was just like, oh, it's nap time on this section. But then they showed Captain Jack Sparrow, which I'm not a big fan of Sea of Thieves, but I do love Pirates of the Caribbean. Shout out to Shar. We were in her stream, I think it was Friday night. And we were just like kind of talking about pirates a little bit in their chat.
And coincidence. Char's coincidence. Wait, hold on. Char's an insider? What's going on? Char knew?
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to ask Char about this.
They're asking Xbox in Japan, I guess, for some reveal stuff. But now Sea of Thieves, I definitely want to try to play with the crew, especially for Pirates of the Caribbean. Like if I could just like do stuff with Captain Jack Sparrow, that'd be awesome. Like maybe lock him in like the the cage area of the boats that you can do in the game. Like if you can like interact with that world, that'd be really cool. So,
yeah. They're saying that game's called Redfall. That's what it was called. That last
Redfall.
Yeah. When they said this is one more thing, total exclusive for us, I was like, okay, cool. I thought it was a decent ending. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more. I don't know about you. And they did show that refrigerator at the end. I'm like, really? I'm like, they're trolling. But because with Halo being shown maybe about midway, you had them mention about Fable, Perfect Dark. They're like, oh, those are being worked on, kind of like a little planting the seed of like, hey, we still have those games coming. But once they said that and showed Halo, I was like, what are they going to end with? Because my guess was Halo. Yeah, I was guessing Halo.
I thought they were going to save Halo or Starfield for the end. They showed Halo in the middle of the show.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, maybe they'll sneak in a surprise of campaign at the end of the show. Obviously, they can't show Perfect Dark because it's not ready to be shown yet. And like going into this, I know with any new Xbox exclusive title, that we weren't going to see any sort of like gameplay for future games. Because guys, yes, we know Xbox is lacking on games right now, but they have all these studios. It's going to take time to make these games. So
Right.
we just gonna have to wait it out for a little bit. But the Game Pass offering, like they're really putting a value on Game Pass in this show. Like I was surprised.
I don't know. I wasn't surprised that much because I feel like everything is there, you know?
Well, no, but check it out though. Like almost half of those announcements of saying, "Oh, well, this is a time exclusive, but it's also going to be Game Pass day and date." That's what kind of got me because I was like, "Oh, is Phil talking to people? Like, what's going on?"
Yeah. Can I just say that moment in the Halo trailer, the multiplayer, when, oh gosh, I gotta find it again. It's like one of the enemies gets shot, and there's like an animation of their head being thrown back, and then I think they use the grapple hook to get the sword. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I saw they threw the orb, and it like I don't know if they used the grappling hook or if they used the orb.
I'm trying to find it
again.
The
sword to them.
Oh, it bounces. That's right. It does bounce. Yeah. Dude, that part was sick. Was it a nade?
I think it was a nade.
What's up, Eric, by the way?
Grenades to make... Yeah, what's up? What's up, everyone? I think they use a grenade to... That's like been a thing for Halo, is that you can use grenades to lob weapons.
Got you. Yeah. Okay.
It's a popular tactic in Combat Evolve.
I just like how they showed it. Just like the way right here, the way it was animated, like boom, he gets hit. I love stuff like that. Like I just love seeing like those multiplayer moments right there. Animations, like the enemies getting shot, because it feels like it's got some oomph, like you're really shooting these guys, you know?
Yeah.
But Eric's here, the Halo god. Want to get your opinions real quick on just the whole showing overall. Like, did you like it?
For Halo specifically?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty solid so far.
Yeah.
Like, so far it's yeah. I think so far the pretty much the aesthetics of the game so far looks pretty good.
Better than what we've seen before.
Yeah, pretty much better than Halo 5's aesthetics, you know. In my opinion, like Halo 5's like Spartans, they look like toy soldiers. But in here they look more like a more sharp image of Halo Reach Spartans.
Yeah, like that classic Bungie art style.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, even the map design too. Like I'm watching the trailer from your end, Erica, and it's looking pretty good.
I agree with that.
Art style wise and the design, it's looking pretty good. And they said that one of the community managers said that the end of this trailer is pretty much this scene right here. It's like it's a big team battle match. So it's a big team match that's being played right now.
It looks like a big map, and they're like, using vehicles right there, and then the capture the flag, and it does, like you said, it kind of gives that vibe of like Reach or like maybe like Halo 3, those times. Yeah. Like I feel like I could see that in these maps too.
You think they're doing something like Warzone and Halo 5 where it's just going to be a giant battle and you can like use the requisition points to like spawn in vehicles and all that? Because in that part of the trailer they mentioned something about ordnance drops, which had me kind of nervous because that was the one thing I didn't like about Halo 4's multiplayer. What do you all think?
I think it's probably gonna play out the same way as Halo 5. It's where you just call in like a vehicle or something, not like Halo 4 where it's like, oh, it's a kill streak reward and that's it.
Yeah, or like literally anything. You could literally suck in the entire match and you can get an ordnance drop.
Yeah. I don't know. I think maybe it's going to be like vehicle based only. I don't know. I'm just speaking hypothetical.
I'm sure more details
I don't think it's going to be
come out.
I don't think it's going to be as random as like Halo 4 was,
Yeah.
Where like you could pretty much pick a weapon, a power up or whatever, but I think it's just going to be probably something that benefits for big team battle or something like that.
They are doing a showcase for the multiplayer tomorrow.
Yeah, that's going to be tomorrow, right?
They said like throughout this week they're going to be talking about Infinite.
Well, let me do my segue. Hold on. Let me do the segue real quick since I got you two here. No, you're good. Speaking of big teams, Battlefield. Let's talk about Battlefield real quick. Like that. Oh my god. I just want to. I could be here all day talking about how much I love how this Battlefield's looking. But what do you guys think from what you've seen so far.
I think it looks awesome. I think it looks awesome.
So good.
It's looking good.
Yeah.
As somebody who's more into the quick arcade nature of Call of Duty, which by the way, Call of Duty kind of sucks nowadays. This new trailer just looks crazy. Like the fact that they're able to get 128 players in one match, that's the thing that's gotten me excited.
That
64
is
versus
big.
64. We're probably gonna see a bunch of snipers on the match. You know, hashtag I'm a sniper dummy. But I'm definitely gonna be picking this up.
Oh man.
You knew I had to throw it in there.
See, the public don't know about that joke. That's just between us.
That's only if you're in the cool kids
Oh
club.
man, but no, it looks cool. Let me just say real quick though, like I understand, like I'm not surprised they showed this map because this was shown a lot in the reveal trailer. I was kind of hoping for like a mix of certain maps though, like different maps. I know that'd be a lot to show, but I was kind of hoping to see like the snow and like the ice and like just different kinds of environments. But it was still cool. Like it was fine. You know, I still got hype. I was still excited and stuff.
That tornado though, that's gonna be the one that wins the matches every time.
That wingsuit stuff is pretty nuts too.
Like imagine the
jumping off
tornado.
buildings.
Like imagine it's spinning, right? And you could kind of get a feel of like, okay, if I jump at this moment and hit this angle, I'm gonna be able to like warp around that tornado and land on that building over there. Like you're gonna be able to like kind of gauge that, and like once it's moving to a certain spot, okay, jump. You know what I mean? Like that's gonna be sick. Like I'm excited for that. Yeah.
How do you think this game's gonna run on last gen consoles? Because I think it's gonna look crazy.
Aren't they having less people on it?
Yeah, I don't think
That
it's gonna
could be
have 100. I don't think they're gonna have 120 players in the last gen version. And they said that the maps themselves, the multiplayer maps, are gonna be smaller on the last gen consoles.
Okay, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
because you're gonna have to render all those buildings, like in this video right here on Erica's feed. That looks like
That's
looks like
huge.
something that could not be done on last gen unless they were to like build like certain walls or like take out certain buildings or replace like certain vehicle environments. Because I know like the last gen version of like let's say Black Ops 3, which was multiplayer only, some maps that had like tanks they would like replace with regular cars and stuff. So it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to be on last gen, but I'm definitely getting Battlefield on PC, so it don't matter too much.
I mean, it makes sense to have the smaller maps because they're gonna have less people. So obviously, you don't want like a big ass empty map with only 64 people. You know what I mean? So yeah, that makes sense. Crazy. I loved it, man. They showed like a C4 moment.
The zip line on the building,
So good.
though.
There goes Dinah.
And then throwing the ATV at a helicopter with the C4 attached to it. Oh my god, that was good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let me get the super chat real quick. Big Cloud says, "What up? Battlefield looked insane along with Elden Ring, Kenna, and Redfall." Yeah, Kena. Sorry, Kena. It's not Kenna. Looks really good. I want to talk about that in a bit. And then Elden Ring, of course. You guys already know. You already know. I'm gonna talk about that later.
The only good Summer Games announcement.
There was a couple indie gems in there. You know, there's a couple.
To be fair, yeah.
Couple good things. It's just the way maybe it was presented, or like there was too many lows for us to understand or to see the highs. Sometimes it's like, yeah, there was some good games in there. It's just it was kind of a long show and stuff. So, but yeah, man.
They have the Kena gameplay up, right?
Yeah, I have it ready to go. I'm gonna look at it in a bit, but
that's the one thing I
good.
didn't get a chance to look at, so I'll have to look at it offline.
Dinah wants in on the "I'm a sniper dummy" joke. She knows about it. She's in the cool kids. She knows.
Can we I don't want to take over your show. I apologize, but can we talk about games like Psychonauts 2? Because quickly. Okay, so all I'm gonna say is we need more games like this that kind of bring back that 6th generation vibe where you have like all these like mascot 3D platformers. Because yes, it's cool to have all these cinematic experiences. Yes, it's cool to have all these like co-op games and service games you could play with your friends. But Psychonauts 2, it just brings me back to the GameCube, original Xbox, and PS2 era, and I'm definitely going to be playing that day one.
Gosh, yeah, I could agree with that. I was kind of joking around and hating on it live. I was like, oh, here comes the low point. I'm like, here comes the low point. And Kev, I think I was driving him crazy with that because he really enjoyed that. But no, I see where you're coming from. Yeah, I could agree with that. for
Yeah,
sure.
I'm
But anything
wanna eat
else?
at Xbox.
Last thoughts here from you guys?
Eric, you want to say anything?
Sure. I thought overall the Microsoft, not Microsoft, well, Xbox and Bethesda conference was really good. It was pretty solid, well paced. For most importantly, that's very important. Is that the pacing is good, and I think that's why having
Oh, here
both
it is.
Xbox and Bethesda together made the pacing really good, and the conference, pretty much straight to the point. Less talking
Mm-hmm.
and
Right.
more showing what you got. Even if some of the content you might not be into, it still was a good pacing. Nothing was, too boring.
Right. And they didn't have
makes
like
sense.
long ass gameplay like a certain other conference, but we ain't there yet.
Oh,
We ain't
yeah.
there yet, but yeah. Nice,
Yeah.
nice. What about you, Melodic? Overall, good show.
Overall, considering that Sony is not there, so Microsoft kind of has to like pick up some of the third-party reveals. A lot of content is coming into Game Pass day and date. That's something that should be applauded for, especially with what Microsoft is trying to do going forward. Xbox seems like it's getting the support it needs. Very excited for Back 4 Blood as somebody who loved Left 4 Dead, who put a lot of hours in on the 360 version. Really excited for Halo Infinite, especially the multiplayer. Battlefield's looking fantastic. Overall, I give it a B. Not a B minus, not a B plus, but a B. Or in numbers, an 8 out of 10. I know that might be high for some of the Sony guys out there, but Microsoft showed content. They showed up. The only other conference I'm looking forward to is the Nintendo show, but we can save that for when that comes.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Yeah, I look at it like, okay, because some people, like, you gave it an 8. They might think that's super high. But I don't know if you guys are the same way. I kind of rate Xbox against itself and like what I anticipate and what I expect from them. Okay, how did they deliver? I'm not like comparing it to like what Sony's doing or like Nintendo. You know what I mean? I'm just like, okay, did they bring good games? Did they have a solid show? Was it good pacing? Okay, cool. I gave it a 7.5. So I thought it was solid. It's up there, above average. A couple things I wish were there, they weren't. But overall, like, I feel like they did a lot of like fan service. Like for certain games and certain franchises, they gave it attention. So it's solid. It was solid to me. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's good that a lot of those games going into Game Pass, like, with games going up in price, you have to kind of like pick and choose what's going to be best in your budget. But a game like Party Animals, which looks really, really silly, but it could make for a really good stream,
It could.
Having that in Game Pass, why not? And then there's ones that weren't announced in the show, but I played the demo to a game called Skatebird, which is literally Tony Hawk Pro Skater, but you play as realistic looking birds and everything. So like that going into Game Pass is really cool, but
yeah,
overall, good show.
It gives them some shine where otherwise we wouldn't even touch it, the 10-foot pole, or with our money, we'd be like, oh, it's free, it's in Game Pass, why not? We'll try it out, kind of thing. What about you, Eric? What's your score?
I give it an 8.
Okay.
Overall, definitely, pretty solid. I liked what I saw with Halo, pretty much. So far, it's looking good, and I can't wait to see more of it throughout the week. And yeah, that's about it.
Nice. Well, thank you guys for coming by. The Halo
Thank
stands.
you for allowing us to come on.
Yeah, for sure.
Always.
The Halo gods. I'll talk to you guys later then.
3 things I want to say before I leave. Number 1, stay hip to the groove.
Oh man.
Number 2, I'm a sniper, dummy. And number 3, let's finish this fight again. Thank you so much for having me on, Erica.
All right, Melodic. Of course, anytime. You too, Eric. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
That's the homies right there. Shout out to those guys. The Halo gods. What's up to the chat? I see you guys. I see Kevin here. He said dropping by to say what up. Hope you have a good Let's Chat PC Games Show. Yeah, I know the PC Games Show is happening right now. We talked about Xbox enough. So let me go ahead and switch over a little bit. I'm gonna get another video ready. Dinah making her appearance as always. To me, I know E3 officially started yesterday, but in my eyes, in my heart, it started on Wednesday. We had Battlefield revealed. We talked about Battlefield, so I'm gonna just express again, I love what I'm seeing from Battlefield. Love it. Can't wait. I've been playing Battlefield 1 like the past, I don't know how many nights, Battlefield 4, Battlefield 5 even. Just hyped about Battlefield. So I'm very excited about Battlefield. I don't got to say much else. But we also had the Summer Games Fest on Thursday. And I'm going to go ahead and find, obviously, the big highlight from that show, which was Elden Ring. It was being rumored and stuff. It was like, okay, it's happening. Wait, maybe it's not happening. No, I think it is happening. It was kind of wild that day. And leading up to the end of the show, there was tweets coming out. I think Jeff Keighley was tweeting like, oh, you're going to want to wait till the end. You're going to want to be here. Don't click off the stream just yet. I mean, you can see me. I already knew. Once he said, I think he said something like, okay, this next and last final, announcement is from a critically acclaimed developer that they had a game of the year. And I was like, okay, the game of the year was Sekiro. This is From Software. We in there. It's happening. Elden freaking Ring finally happened. We seen a trailer and it looks amazing. I was going to do a separate video about this yesterday, but then I was like, you know what? I'm doing Let's Chat. We're going to just talk about it live. There's so much to say about it. And there's been confirmed details like 4-player co-op, day and night cycle, because it is open world. My heart was going. What else? Well, the co-op thing. I can't think of the rest right now, but there's like a couple little details, some screenshots, 4K footage of this trailer. You can watch it in 4K. It looks even better. Some people, I did notice some people were not impressed. I was like, interesting. But for the most part, the Souls community, and I know I see BitCloud in here. I'm sure there's going to be more of you who are considered the Souls community. You love Souls games. You just absolutely love these experiences. That consensus, those fans were excited and happy. Definitely excited and happy. I felt like we are just getting more of what we love. We get to do this all over again, you guys. We get to go through some bosses. We get an open world experience now, which is going to be insane. Potentially, this could be the best From Software game, potentially. Because if you really think about it, you got an open world. It sounds amazing on paper, right? Open world From Software game. Bosses. Of course, we're going to have a challenge in here. Co-op. George R.R. Martin helping with this game. What's up, Forte? What's going on? All you guys in the chat, appreciate you. I love everybody right now because I'm watching Elden Ring again. I love everything. George R.R. Martin, look, I love Game of Thrones. The ending to Game of Thrones, not so much. But remember, that wasn't really his fault. It's his fault he didn't finish the books. But he did not produce that show, right? There's two people that are at fault, and it's not him. The way he writes his characters, his stories, I really like George R.R. Martin. So for him to have a touch on this game, this could potentially be like the best, or just some of the best lore, characters, and story. This could be the perfect game. And I hate to get my expectations so crazy. I hate to say things like that, but I can't help it, man, because I could very well be. I'm very excited for this game. I love the setting. I know some people out there, I seen the tweets, I seen the complaints. I'm like, sucks to be you. But there are people who do say like, I'm so tired of this setting and when are they going to do something else? And I really don't know what they're looking for. It's From Software doing From Software things, and I am never going to get tired of it. I don't see it. I don't see myself ever getting tired of this stuff. I love it. I love the fantasy in it. I love the aesthetics, all of it. I'm hype. I'm very hyped about this. What else could I say? It's coming out on January 21st. I think that's a solid date. I feel confident in that date. I don't think it'll get delayed. Something about January, it just seems legit to me. Like if it said November, I'd be like, I don't know. There's something about January. I feel like that's enough time away. but it's still around the corner. If you really think about it, it's around the corner, you guys. Like, that's not that far away. So I'm very happy. I was so happy that day. I'm still happy. I've been very happy with a lot of stuff that's been announced, you guys. Overall, I know if we were to judge the whole E3, I'd have to think about it. I've seen worse. I've seen better. But I think overall, for it being a digital event and having all these different events spread out, it's giving me like a lot of things to do and a lot of things to be happy about. And it's it's bringing me easy content to make because I love doing this stuff. I've had a good time. Maybe others won't feel the same, but it is what it is. I'm really just excited for some of this stuff. So yeah, that was the highlight of this show. I don't know if anybody wants to chime in about Elden Ring. I could keep going for all of us if you want. I could keep going because, gosh, the horse combat, right? You got the horse doing magical things. Shout out to Shar, my partner in crime, backlog co-host. Shar is on record for saying this might be their first From Software game they really want to play because of all the fantasy stuff, the magic. This is their jam right here, right? So Shar is loving this, and I thought that was really cool. So that to me tells me what I've already been thinking, that look, there's way more magic and fantasy going on. You got the dragons, you got the George R.R. Martin touch with the dragons and probably other things happening. Not that Souls has never had dragons before, but I feel like, they really focused on them in this trailer. So I thought that was cool. To me, when I watched this trailer, I felt like it was all they've learned from Sekiro, Dark Souls, Demon Souls, and Bloodborne. And they just like created this beautiful baby from those games. That's how I feel from it, because I see the influences from those games all put together like in this game. I see the speed of like Sekiro, the combat from Souls, the enemies and the aesthetics. Some of them look like they could be in Bloodborne, but they're not. It's like they change them and make them unique enough to where it's fresh again. It's like you could see them in the Bloodborne universe, like you could see them in there, or just the Souls universe in general, but they're also different enough to where it's like, this is a brand new game. I love that about From Software. They have, dude, the imaginations those guys have over there to create these characters and these different NPCs and these bosses and these enemies. Like, I absolutely love them to create worlds like this. Like, these are worlds I've dreamed of as a kid. For games to look like this and play like this, like, you guys don't understand. Like, I love this stuff. So yeah, excited for Elden Ring. You guys know already. I could go on and on. What's up, Lord Leo? J-God, I've been seeing you in here. Raven, what's up, Raven Flow? Of course, Forte says, I will be on Halo and Battlefield 2042 for the rest of the year, Forte says. You might be good just with those two. I'm gonna be honest, like multiplayer-wise, that might be all a lot of us need. I'm gonna have this game in January, co-op, right? And do some co-op with this. I'm gonna have The Ascent, which is in July, another co-op experience. What else? A couple things, there's a couple other co-op and multiplayer experiences, but as far as competitive, yeah, that's probably all you need right there. Super excited for a lot of this stuff. Yes. Trying to think anything else I need to say about this show, though. As far as it overall, my whole reaction, you can see it right here. This was a game that was cool. Gosh, what is this called? I'm gonna kick myself. Solar Ash. That was a gem. There's a couple of indie gems in here. Solar Ash, Sable. That was funny. That Tarkov gameplay. But yeah, my whole reaction is up. If you guys want to watch me watching this show, we had some fun. We had some jokes and ways to get through some of the bad parts, but it was a good time. Very good time. Yeah, so let me go and switch back over. See what you guys are saying. Melodic says Solar Ash looks fire. I'll be sim racing for the rest of the year. That's what Jay Got's saying. Yeah, we know Jay Got. You and your sim racing. Let me talk about Kenna really quick. Okay, let's talk about Kenna. Kena. I could have did a better job than that. Wait, where's my music at? Hold on. Why am I hearing myself? Oh, because I still have that thing on. Okay. So, Kena. Another game. Another one. I can't wait for this game too. What can I say? Melodic says my bank account I'm about to be mad low in Q4. Kena looks like a game I'm too old for, Tyler says. The thing with Kena, I get what you're saying. Like, it does have that kind of art style of like she's a young character. You got like these Pikmin type little creatures, which is kind of, I guess it could seem kiddish or kiddie. But I feel like if the overall tone isn't kiddie, then I'm down. You know, like I feel like when it comes to art styles and certain things, like let me fast forward a little bit. Like you could look at this and your knee-jerk reaction could be, okay, this is kind of like a kiddie thing. Like I get where you guys are coming from, but man, just keep playing the game. But I feel like this game gets dark enough and it has like some gameplay and combat and things that really appeal to me. So I'm like there. But it's a beautiful game, guys. This is a beautiful freaking game. I'm not sure how I feel about the little creatures following me around, but I'm excited. I'm a Zelda fan. I feel like there's a lot of Zelda influence here. I like the weapons and like the action once you get to some boss fights, which I think they do show. It's like a Pixar kind of vibe, yeah. Looks old, but you play Ratchet and Clank. Can't make this up, people. Uh-oh. Should we go at some Sony fans today? You know, I was thinking about that. Let me just say this. I'm not petty, but let me just say this. I can't be the only one that noticed this, because whenever, and I'm actually going to defend Nintendo a little bit, and Kena and games like this, people go off and say like these games look kiddie, right? Nintendo's kiddie, Mario's kiddie. Who would ever play these games? They're made for kids. But then Ratchet and Clank comes out. You don't hear much of that, do you? I think that's interesting because I look at Ratchet and I see this is a kid's game. It looks beautiful. And I'm gonna actually play it. So I'm not hating it for that reason. I'm not saying it's terrible, but if we're being real, it's like that's kind of a kiddie looking game. Right, Hannibal? To be clear, I like artsy games. I like good art styles. What I'm seeing right here, I'm loving it. I'm not hating on it. I'm not saying like, oh, I would never play these games. They're only for kids. How could you guys play these games? Like, I'm not even saying that at all. I just notice that kiddie talk, that this is for kids talk, doesn't really happen with Ratchet and Clank. It's very interesting. Just an observation. That's all. And you reminded me of it in the chat because you guys were saying this looks kiddie. I'm like, does it? But here, this is what I'm talking about, how it gets kind of dark and it gets kind of, you know, I mean, look at this. You got like boss fights and this guy's name is Kappa. I have a boss named Kappa. That's funny. Then they showed the music, how they're making the music, which is really cool. If you guys want to watch this on YouTube, it's pretty interesting. You know, they talk to the developers and stuff. They show the music being made. It's really neat. It's not Sony fans, Erica. Then who is it? Sony fanboys change up depending on what Sony is releasing, Ken says. Yeah, you know, it's one of those things where I notice it. I'm not going to bring it up all the time. because it's like, you guys play what you want to play. Of course, I'm going to play what I want to play. It's just funny to me. This is Solid Rev's game? Shoot, yeah, right. But you know, it's just funny because Nintendo, for, you know, they do have games that I do enjoy. And I've played them and I've shared that I've played them. And they're like, oh, Erica, that's a kiddie game. How could you play that trash? Oh, that art style. And how could you play something like that? But then they go and turn around and go play Ratchet and Clank. Yeah, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. But I'm excited for Kina, you guys. This comes out in August. Look at this. You got like the dodging thing. Anytime you show them dodging, shooting arrows, taking out bosses, you know, I'm gonna get excited. I like gameplay like that, of course. I like good combat. That's pretty much all they showed, I think. She's definitely got some powers and things like that. So yeah. Trying to think what else we could talk about. I know a lot happened. Square Enix happened. That was kind of interesting. Not the best of showings. That just happened about maybe 2 hours ago or so. A lot of Guardians of the Galaxy. And a couple other things. I don't know. It's PC fans. Maybe it is PC fans too. PC fans, you know, every group kind of has their certain ones. Really, when it comes down to it, you guys, if it ain't on their preferred platform, it could look really good. It could look, you know, good art style and things like that. But if it's not on their preferred platform, they ain't gonna be down with it. Like they're not gonna give it the attention it deserves, possibly. And it's sad, you know? Not all everyone's like that. Some of you guys are level-headed and you just play games. If I like a game, I'm gonna play it. I don't care where it's at. But we just, you know, we know there's some out there who won't give these games the time of day just because of where they're at or who's making them. Or because it's an indie. People got, you know, hate for indies and they just want big budget stuff all the time and it's got to look like God of War all the time. And it's like, dude, there's so many different games out there that you're missing out on. And I mean, I don't got to tell you guys this. We're all smart here. You know what's up. But for those who out there who maybe the shoe fits a little bit, listen. People call me, you know, I've been called a fake neutral before. I've been called everything in the book. I've been called a Sony pony, a Sony hater, Xbox fangirl, Xbox hater, Switch hater. I mean, I've been called everything in the book. If I don't like a certain game, I'm a hater. If I love a certain game, I'm a slave. But at the end of the day, it's just funny to me because it doesn't faze me because it's like, listen, I really don't think you can build a case against me. I really don't think you can. There's nobody that can bring solid evidence about me that I'm some kind of fangirl. Unless it's maybe from software. But you know what I mean? As far as platforms go, I just really just play where the game is at. And if it's free or it's on Game Pass, you guys know I'm saving money. If Steam has a sale, I'm buying it on Steam. You know what I mean? There's certain things, there's certain reasons I would get a game on a certain platform, whether it's, you know, to save money or something like that. But overall, I'm gonna play the games I want, and I'm not gonna let like anything hold me back. And it's so crazy to me. Not really surprising, but it is crazy to me sometimes that some people just aren't like that. They'll miss out on so many games. They'll miss out on things, but you know what? At the end of the day, I don't think they're really gamers to begin with. So it is what it is. I've never seen it. Concrete Genie is another Sony game I would have enjoyed as a kid. What's up, Leo? It says, anyone playing into the console team, quote unquote, thing is foolish. Play on what you want. Yeah, that's facts right there. But I really don't gotta say this. I feel silly talking about it. I don't know if you can tell. Like I'm like hearing the words coming out of my mouth right now because they're so obvious and they're such like common sense and it's just so stupid to even say out loud. I feel silly for even bringing it up, but it's true. And it's just, it's wild. And I am seeing it too when it comes to like the Xbox conference, Elden Ring, like I talked about, Battlefield. I mean, the complaining, you guys, the complaining is just unreal. People complain about everything. Not enough gameplay, too much gameplay. Game Pass ruins games. It's like, dude, you could play this game for $1, but that's a bad thing? Battlefield revealed not enough gameplay. Oh, we don't know if we could do that in the real game. I'm like, it's Battlefield. Do you really need to be shown that you can drive a vehicle into a helicopter? Like, what? We see it, right? We see it. Looks amazing. Confirmed. Hey, it's Battlefield, people. This happens in the game. Then you got Kenna to Kitty. Indie game trash, AA trash. It's like, you guys, at some point, you just gotta tune them out. You gotta tune them out. And mostly I do that. For content reasons, I'm speaking right now about it. But in everyday life, I'm scrolling Twitter and I'm just like, why are you guys so miserable? Why can't you just be happy gamers? Like, I'm not saying to just accept everything and take it. Like, if something's wrong, you feel like, okay, something's bad, yeah, express yourself. That's fine. If you're disappointed, fine. But I just feel like there's just times, like especially during E3 time, a lot of negativity, a lot of buzzkills, just buzzkills upon buzzkills. I'm over here, man, I was on a high for that Battlefield reveal. I still am. The Elden Ring reveal. On a high. I get on Twitter and I'm just, not everybody, but some people are just like, meh. Why can't we have something different? Why can't From Software stop everything for me and make it completely different? Even though I hardly play the games, I don't play these that much. Why can't From Software do something different? Gosh, it's just so terrible. I see these things and I'm just, what is this music? Get this. I'm not feeling this. All right, let's get some video game lo-fi. Let me just find some regular lo-fi. This is video game lo-fi not really hitting. Let's throw that in there. CGI trailers never do much for me. I get it. I try and understand. I'm different though. I like CGI trailers when it's fitting. Like if there's a game that puts CGI trailer, then they put another one and then another one, you're like, okay, time for some gameplay, right? But when it's like reveal trailer, I just assume it's CGI. Okay, cool. Show me something cool. Like if it's a game like Elden Ring and a studio like From Software, I kind of know what I'm getting. If I see a CGI moment where they're dodging through and they're like using a sword and hitting the enemy or something, I'm looking at that like, oh, I can expect that in the game because I know these games. I know the combat that they're kind of used to doing and what I'm used to playing. So I'm cool with it there. Like a Battlefield as well. It's like, I know what to expect. And I can't wait to see more, of course. You always want to see more. I want to see gameplay, of course. Like, I'm not saying I never want to. It's just that the complaining, I just don't really understand sometimes because I'm like, you do know this is how it goes, right? Like, we do get a reveal trailer, then gameplay will come. Now, if it never comes, then yeah, I'm with you guys. I'm with you. Where's that game at? What happened? Like, I'm with you. But I like the idea of like a CGI trailer. It's like, boom, here's the game. Here's the graphics. Some good music. Like Lady in the chat says, CGI gets me hyped. and gameplay solidifies. That's a good way of putting it. That is so true. I feel the same way. Like when it's a new IP and we know nothing about it, you kind of watch it and you're like, okay, it looks cool. I'll see more later. It just depends. But I'm seeing people who know From Software games. They know Battlefield, or they should, from what they're pretending to be. All right, if you're complaining so much, I'm assuming you know Battlefield, right? Maybe they don't. But those games, when they're complaining and just crying, and that's where I'm like, listen, come on, guys. Like, you've been gaming a while, right? Like, this is what we do. This is how it is. I'm cool with the CGI trailer for like games like that. Ken says Sekiro was totally different. In what way? I'm not sure what you mean. Most people don't realize this, but From Software has only been on top for slightly over a decade. Yeah, they've been around for a minute though. They got those older games, which I didn't really play. But the new age, I guess we can call it, the new From Software, what they've been doing lately, the last decade, that's my jam. Like, I'm just happy to see them still working. It's like, dude, we got, man. There goes the food. I wanted to let that pass. The cat feeder. I know this is gonna upset people because listen, but they deserve it, all right? They deserve it because over the years, I want to say over the past like 5 years, maybe less, maybe like 2-3 years. I stream on Twitch. You guys know that. I stream on Twitch. I stream on here. I put up gameplay of Souls games all the time. I've had many people tell me, Erica, I'm sick of Soulsborne. Why do you play this trash? You're always Soulsborne. Why can't they do something different? Oh, I'm sick of Soulsborne. I'm sick of From Software. I've had people tell me this, right? And I told them then, this was maybe like 2019-ish, like when Sekiro was gonna come out and stuff. And I know that granted, that's not really Souls, but it's still From Software, right? I told them, you're gonna be miserable because this is not stopping. This train is not stopping, people. The Soulsborne, the knockoffs, if you want to call them that, the inspired games like Salt and Sacrifice, right? They got a sequel to Salt and Sanctuary. You have this Final Fantasy game coming out with the makers of Neo, putting their spice on it. Neo came out, Neo 2. I mean, the list is going on and on at this point. Souls games aren't going nowhere. And I told them this a couple years ago or so. So I couldn't help it, man. When I got to see Elden Ring and Salt and Sacrifice, and there's a couple other things I'm forgetting right now, but kind of Souls inspired. I thought about those people and I was like, sucks to be you. Because it's not ending, man. It's not ending. So I'm happy about it, but I know some people, they're really like, oh, another From Software game. But it's silly because they could just play something else. Play something else. Let us live. Let us live, because we're very happy. What's your grade for the Xbox show? I gave it a 7.5, Portal. It was solid. I think if I was like more of a Halo fan, maybe I'd feel like, oh, that made the show. You know, I'd probably give it like higher. But me and Halo, I mean, we're friendly, but I'm not like the biggest Halo fan. So yeah, I've been thinking about those people this weekend. Shout out to them. Elden Ring on PS5. What's up, T-Rock? I don't know what I'm playing it on yet. I want to say I'm getting it PC. I'm probably getting it PC. Just depends on Kenny too. Like Kenny, I'm always going to have like PS5 copies of things because of Kenny and we game share. So if he gets it there, I'll have it on PS5. I'm very curious about that co-op, like how that's going to work. If we could explore like the whole world together, or is it going to be like, oh, you just come in to fight a boss with me, like kind of how it was before with these FromSoft games. You fight a boss, beat it, and then the co-op partner goes away. This is an open world game now, so maybe we stay together. And it's like, I wonder if people wanted to, could they just do the whole game together? That'd be interesting to see. Personally, I don't know if I would. I don't think I would do that. I like to have my solo time with FromSoft games. I really need that one-on-one time. It's just my best moments gaming. So, but the co-op stuff is gonna definitely be fun. I would. I'm gonna indulge in that for sure. I wasn't really feeling the sizzle reel from Halo. Would have preferred to see more of a demo of the multiplayer. I still have concerns. I feel you. Like, if that was Gears, I would prefer, like, some gameplay too, but I don't know, man. Me and Gears, we ain't the best friends anymore. So, who knows? Who knows how I'd feel? I never played a Souls game. Unsure if I would like them, but I sort of like them because Ericuts and Miss Luca talk about them games all the time. I gotta chat with Luca at some point about all this. I should have hit her up, like, hey, you wanna get your thoughts in right now? But it's kind of last minute, sort of. Rhodey, what's good? Shout out to you guys for hanging out. Shout out to you, lady. I don't know if you're still here. I appreciate you putting up that tweet about the Kina stuff, because I would have missed it if I didn't see your tweet. But Kina and the whole breakdown and showing of the gameplay, I needed that. So far I wasn't getting Halo 5 vibes from the trailer. No silly abilities in Magnum meta. Multiplayer deep dive is tomorrow. Yeah, so you guys are gonna get your deep dive tomorrow, which is good. I'm happy for the Halo fans. I feel like after talking to Eric and Melodic, Audible, Merc, like those guys, you guys play Halo. I'm just the Gears girl, and I kind of brought you guys into the Gears world a little bit more. Besides Eric, I know Eric, you've been a Gears head for a long time. But like, I'm happy to hear they're happy about it. Because it makes me feel like, okay, they're going to be playing this a lot, so I should get used to the idea of playing this too. Because it looked good to me. As an outsider, someone who's just a Halo noob and played here and there, it looked good to me. Yeah, T-Rock, that's my plan. I do have Ratchet and Clank, you guys. The non-kiddie game, okay? Sony fans, it is not a kiddie game. But I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it, and I'll probably put it at the highest difficulty. Showcase isn't the place for dive deep, or deep dive. I felt like the pacing of the show was fantastic. Plus seeing the new IPs has me stoked, Lady says. See? Lady knows what's up. That is kind of true though, with E3 and all these digital events and how easily they could just put up a YouTube video or they could put up some tweets and kind of detail things, put up more gameplay. It's like, okay, we're getting this sizzle reel, we're getting this boom, 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 trailer after trailer. Here's what the game is, here's what it's about, and the theme, and like the overall gist of the game. And then, okay, we're also gonna have extended gameplay later in the week, or follow us on Twitter, or follow us here, and then the details start to come out. You can start to get the screenshots, you start to, like the information that we have at our hands, we could see so many things. Lady, I know you're kind of close to my age, I believe. We grew up in the days of like just reading a magazine. We got to see like, I would like flip the page. Okay, I see some pictures of the game. Okay, I'm gonna buy this game. I can't wait. Now it's like, dude, we get so much information. We get so much footage. And I think everybody, you know, people are just so much into that age of like, they need it now. Like, I need it all right now. It's like, don't you want to kind of build up the anticipation? Kind of whet the appetite? Keep the hype going. It's like, okay, I've seen enough for today, and they're gonna show some more stuff next week or next month or something like that. Okay, cool. Oh, this comes out in 6 months. That's not even that long. Like, it's gonna happen. We're gonna see it. Time flies. It goes so fast. Like, you guys want to get old? You want it to go so fast? I'm chilling. Like, hey, okay, like, that was enough for today. I'm ready. I'll be ready when it comes out. I don't know. Maybe I'm just different or something. Maybe. I don't know. Other than that, you guys, I think I'm done with like the main topics. What did I put in the title? Where am I at here? What did I put? Square Enix. We kind of touched on it. Shout out to the viewers. I see you guys. Kena, Battlefield, Elden Ring. Let's chat about it. Yeah, we pretty much talked about the main things. I did want to really talk about those games, and I did. Just so you guys know, I did take a day off for Kena. I'm gonna have to add some more days for Battlefield and for something, for whatever else, because I'm a nerd like that. Battlefield is October 22nd. That's a Friday, so we get to play on the weekend. I can't wait. I can't wait for these games. The Ascent is coming out. It's a nice little game, co-op game. There's a few things dropping, you guys. A few good games. I feel like it's kind of picking up. Like, okay, we got these games are coming now. After all of last year and how, you know, the delays were hitting us, I think we're kind of getting past that. And it's like, okay, we're getting some actual dates. We'll see if they hold up. But it's looking good as far as consistent stuff coming out. I miss the long gameplay demos of games. E3 feels weird to me with it just being trailers. Yeah, Tom, I know what you're talking about. Like when they have someone on stage actually playing and stuff. Those were cool. The only thing that was bad about those, and they did this all the time. You guys remember like the traditional E3 conference. They have the big screen that the crowd is watching. Then they have what we're watching, right? It's like full screen gameplay. They would always switch from what we're seeing as a full screen to what the crowd is seeing. They would pan the big screen that the crowd is seeing, and then you see the crowd a little bit. And it's like, dude, we're not there. Like, I understand you want to show us that a little bit, right? But it would go back and forth. And you would be seeing it full screen, like, okay, cool, we're seeing the gameplay. And then it would go back to the other screen. I'm like, dude, we're not there. It's smaller now. Like, we're trying to see full screen. They did that a lot. That used to annoy me sometimes, especially if it was a game I really wanted to see. And then they would try and record the dude or show the guy playing all the time. They would show him standing there with the controller. It's like, okay, we get it. He's playing the game. Let us watch the game. So yeah, that was always kind of funny. We didn't have to deal with that. But I do get what you're saying. Like, it was kind of hype because you would see the crowd and you would hear the crowd. And it would be like you would think it's going to be CGI, but then it would turn into like the spotlight hits the dude and he's got the controller. It's like, oh shoot, we're really seeing him play. Like, this is real gameplay. And the crowd would like go wild. Those were cool moments for sure. But, you know, maybe that'll come back next year. But for this year, obviously, with the pandemic and stuff still happening, it's like they had to keep it safe. So, it is what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. About an hour and 15 minutes right now. If you do follow me on Twitch, I haven't been there in over a week because I've been doing these, you know, reaction videos. I've been streaming over here on YouTube, but I will be back on Twitch this coming week. If I can find the energy, man, maybe tonight, but I'm not going to promise that. I bet you I'm about to be super tired once I hit the end stream button. It hits me. Every time I go live and I've been talking for a hot minute, I get tired. So no promises. But I will be back over on Twitch to play some games. I do have Ratchet and Clank. I might try that tonight, might start it up. Thank you so much to Beggy. I don't know if she's gonna see this or she's been coming through. She was here earlier for Xbox, but shout out to Beggy for gifting me the game, man. I don't know what to say. She must like me. I really appreciate it. Like, the support I get, sometimes I'm just like, wow. I get speechless. People really want me to play these Sony games, T-Rock. Like, I kind of say, you know what, I think I'm gonna wait, you guys. And I don't even do it on purpose. Like, I'm not thinking in my mind, oh, someone will get it for me. Like, I'm just really being honest. Like, yeah, I think I'm gonna wait on it. Catch it when it's on sale or something. You know, I got other games to play. People sliding in the DMs, Erica, we want you to play this. It's happened with other games too. Sony peoples, man, they come out. They come through. But no, Beggy, really, I really appreciate it. Shout out to her. And shout out to all you guys. I appreciate you stopping by. Let me know what you think in the comments section. If you are watching this later, especially watching the VOD, this has been Let's Chat, the kind of rebirth. Wow, I think something just went by. Did you guys see that? Lint? Cat hair? I don't know. Hopefully not a ghost. But yeah, this has been Let's Chat. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be back with this in a couple of weeks. Every other Saturday it's supposed to be. And then the Saturdays between that is the backlog, which is my podcast with Shar. So next week is the backlog. And I'm going to have some good guests. All right, we're going to have a good time. Be there. We'll talk more E3 and whatever else happens through the week. And other than that, I'm out of here. You guys have a good one. And I'll see you later. Peace.